into the details about it, because if you know, then you know. But it hurt because for me, it was really my dream. I had put so much work into it. I'm talking about like from 2020, like I built this thing, you know. And so I worked hard on it. And so when it was snatched away from me, it was like, I felt like I gave birth to a baby and then somebody came and kidnapped my baby. And so for a while, I was in this space of not knowing what I needed to do, what was I going to do, because I put everything into that, right? And I just felt so defeated. I felt so defeated. And then the hardest part about it was not reacting, not speaking on it, not saying anything about it. That was the hardest part. And so, of course, if you've been following me, then you know I really pushed myself into my Bible. I got into my word. Proverbs is what really, the whole book of Proverbs is what really, really saved me. Proverbs, Job, Genesis, I would say like those, Matthew, like those were like the 4 books that really just pushed me, and gave me the clarity, the discernment, you know, all that good stuff. But in the process of everything that I was going through, like I said, I was trying to figure out, like, what's my next move? What do I need to be doing? Like, oh man, you know, yeah, I do events, because I'm a teacher at heart. I know trucking, that's my thing. I love trucking, I love it. I understand the regulations, the rules, DOT, just how to drive, you know, like that's my passion. But when I went through that situation, it just 100% just left a nasty taste in my mouth. What I've come to realize is that when you are, and I know people say this all the time, but I'm living proof. This is a testimony for me. When you are about to elevate, when God is about to, a lot of us do not know our purpose in life. And some people know their purpose from the time they was a child. They knew. Some people don't find their purpose until they're in their 40s and 50s. But when you find your purpose and you know what it is, and you give yourself to God wholeheartedly, and you accept Jesus Christ as the Son of God, Jehovah, Yahweh, things in your life are going to change. And people be like, oh, I never understood when people say Christians have it the hardest. I understand it now, because you turn away from your flesh. I was so used to, if I'm going through something, I'm stressed, I'm depressed, I'm sad, let me go roll a blunt. Let me roll a blunt. I'll roll a blunt. I'm gonna sit in the house, roll a blunt. I'm gonna get me a glass of wine. I'm gonna be all right. Like that was my routine. And so when you strip what the flesh wants away and you focus 100% on the spirit, baby, that's a whole nother ball game. It get real. It get real. You know, now it's a war between the flesh and the spirit. And the more I read the word, the more I understand and realize that when you are praying and interceding, oh, them angels is working overtime for you, because the devil and all his little minions, they trying to come after you harder and harder and harder and harder. So now understand that God hears all your prayers. And as soon as you put that prayer up there in the air, them angels, your guardian angels, they going in overtime. They fighting for you in the spiritual realm, and we don't even be knowing it. So that's why sometimes you feel so defeated, or you feel unsettled, or you feel like, what's going on? That's what's going on. You in that, especially when you're in a transition. That's what I'm saying, because that's where I'm at in my life. I'm in that transition. And I'm feeling it every day. I'm feeling it. And sometimes I be wanting to do stuff. Sometimes I be wanting to say stuff. Then I got to go back to my word. But I'm learning and I'm understanding that that's your flesh going against your spirit. So now that I said that, I'm saying all that to say, when I was going through what I was going through, I couldn't figure out where I wanted to go next, what I was going to do, you know. And like I said, I gave my life to God. I haven't been baptized yet again. I got baptized when I was a little girl, but I need to be rebaptized once I find a church home. But what I'm saying is I gave myself to God, as far as like I'm in my Bible every day, and y'all probably gonna get tired of hearing me saying that, but you just got to get tired of hearing me saying like let me tell you something, I give God all the praise and all the glory, because one, he kept me from busting somebody upside their head. That's first and foremost. Two, he know my heart. Two, the peace that I found with him is unexplained. Like, I can't even explain it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that peace, that love, it's unfathomable. I don't even know how to explain it to you. You just gotta be a child of God to understand it. So I'ma always give him praise. You know what I'm saying? I feel crazy sometimes when I don't even, like, sometimes I wake up in the morning and first thing I do is I pray. And if I don't wake up in the morning and pray, because again, I'm still dealing with my flesh, you know what I'm saying? Then I feel crazy. Or if I forgot to read my Bible, oh man, I can wake up out the middle of my sleep and be like, oh my God, I didn't read my Bible. Let me get to praying. You know what I'm saying? I might open my Bible up. I might crack that Bible up. I might just say a verse, a scripture out the Bible that I like, just because I got to give this man praise at all times. So anyways, I was just looking at this YouTuber. I don't know her name. I'm going to go back and get her page, and I'm going to link it down below. But she was talking about you can't take people with you when you're elevating. And I wholeheartedly believe that, because elevation requires separation. And I was talking to one of my friends the other day, and I was telling them, I was like, dang, you know, I feel so alone, but I don't feel lonely. And I don't know how to explain it, but it's the truth. Like, I feel alone, but I don't feel lonely. Like, I'm not like, oh, I need a man to do this, or oh, I wish I was with my friends. No, I don't feel like that at all. I'm at peace, but I still feel like I'm by myself. And they was like, you know, that's just your season of solitude. And I'm like, okay, I understand that. I like that. And I really be at home at peace. I go out to eat by myself. I go to the movies by myself. I don't need any other type of companionship. I be in the car talking to God. You know what I'm saying? That's the companionship that I want and I need at the moment. And it is changing my life. So when she said elevation equals separation, I'm like, okay, that makes a lot of sense, because it does. And one thing that I learned is, just because somebody was in your last year's season or the season beforehand, it could have been 2, 3, 4 years ago, doesn't mean that person is going to be in your next season. It might have been something that you was learning from them in that season. It might be something that they learned from you in their season, and they may go with you in this next season, but they may not. Everybody's not meant to go with you. And so that's where that discernment comes in. And discernment will allow you to hear God properly. And that's the one thing that I've been really working on, is hearing God properly. So but she said something else in her video. She said she said, turn your pain into purpose. And I love that, because my pain is what has pushed me to really push my business. My pain and what I went through, and how I was dragged on the internet, and how a person tried to diminish my name and belittle me and make up these lies and bits and pieces, and you know, all that stuff, what people do because they need, you know, they have to use you for their own entertainment purposes, because they don't have anything for real going for themselves in their lives. So they got to use you to be able to make themselves feel good or feel better about whatever. And having to not be able to say nothing and hold my mouth and stuff like that was pain. That was an unimaginable pain. Like, I'm telling y'all, especially when you a hood chick, 'cause I'm a hood chick, I'm about psychotic. I'll be ready to go do something, sit in your bushes type girl. So for me to not be able to, I turned my pain into my purpose. That goes back to the separation. That goes back to the isolation. So in my time of loneliness right now, I have really did more in my business. And when I say do more in my business, I mean having my business stuff together, like logistic wise. making sure my website is correct, making sure that all my business endeavors is correct, business accounts, making sure everything lines up properly. And I've been doing this for the last couple of months and paying my tithes, sowing seeds, just doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And when I tell you, God be opening up doors. So I'm saying all that to say I'm moving into a new space and place in my life. I'm building my relationship with Jesus Christ, and I'm loving that. I love to read my Bible. I love to listen to scripture. I love to sing. If you know, I'm a singer. I love to sing. I'm learning how to pray. I love all of that. My business is thriving. It's thriving way better than than I thought it was going to thrive with said individual. But I didn't want to move out of a certain situation that I was in when God was telling me to move. So he had to take me through that for me to move out of that situation. And it's hard and it's hurtful and as much pain as it took. Lord, I thank God for moving me out of it, because I would not be able to be Shakira. I'm still sassy, but I'm a businesswoman. I'm Shakira. And I'm not perfect. I'm still growing. I'm learning. I'm a different person. That's the best way to say it. So I know this is my little rant. Y'all know I do car rants. I'm on my way to Houston. Y'all know I do my little rants when I be in the car. But I'm on my way to Houston, and I was just excited because the opportunities that have been presented to me, like I said, my business is thriving. I feel better. I am growing spiritually. And that's the best part about my whole journey. So this season that I'm in right now, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to see how God changes me and elevates me, not just monetary, not romantically and friendship, spiritually. I'm so excited about that. So that's all I got to say for right now. I will see y'all a little bit later. I'm about to turn this music up. I got 4 more hours till I make it to my destination. And I want some oysters. Tomorrow starts a busy week. I got some things going on, but I'll show y'all tomorrow. So anyways, it's been real. It's your girl Sassy, the truck boss. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.